BKS presents You Can Draw with Stef Wilson and Kerry Ann.
But
So what are we doing then?
I'm getting there. Since May the 4th is coming up, and we had already drawn, we drew R2-D2, we drew an Ewok. I figured we have to draw something new. So, it is something nobody will ever do on You Can Draw. It is Admiral Ackbar. And of course, his original quote is, "It's a drop." But we can write all kinds of fun things in there. But it is a slightly cartoon stylized version of Admiral Ackbar. To keep in theme with May the 4th coming up. The way you draw Admiral Ackbar is you start with his eye and you put it right about here. Not in the center of the page, a little bit off to the side. And what you're going to draw is a round circle, completely round circle. Oops, I hit that into the book by mistake. So don't mind my little... It happens when you're drawing sideways. So draw a circle. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect.
It's not.
No. Then, inside that circle, go ahead and draw another circle that leaves a little crescent on the outside. Okay, he has big fishy kind of eyes. So then right inside that circle, inside the circle you drew, draw a small circle like that. And then as long as you got your pencil and you're in the zone, and you're in the area, we'll come back and color something you can color while you're going through. Color this circle in, except for the little white dot, which is the gleam, and you've got his pupil. Okay? Now, he has goggly fish eyes. So the way to do that in a nice cartoon style is start right here beneath the eye, circle all the way around, and go about 3/4 of the way around the circle. And that's his eyelid, or the socket where his eyeball is in. Since his eyelid would actually be closing down over this. All right, now we've got an eyeball. Now, to make this easier, we're going to end up right about across from the eyes. Let's do his head, because he has a funky shaped head. So what you do is, from his eyeball, go up at a little bit of a curve. Then go up like that, a little bit of a curve. And what we're doing is this funny little long head. So then come all the way down to about there. We're going to come down a little bit more, but we're going to set his nose in there first, okay?
Bye, Wilson.
Bye, Wilson. So come out from his eyeball. Dead center on his eyeball. Go over here and do a crescent shape. And another one inside it. And that's a nostril. Now on the other side, this is going to be towards the end of his head. So what you want to do is draw a little shape out and come back in. I don't know how else to describe that. I'm going to zoom in on it though. What you're basically looking at is a nostril from the side. And now you can finish that line you started coming down. Okay? Now, to get the rest of him in, we got to put his mouth in. So starting from right beneath that nostril, go up with a line, because he has a little fish mouth, and then down. Then from that line, same shape, but come up just a little less. So you end up with, it almost looks like a mustache. Like you were drawing a mustache. Then give him a tongue with a little crescent line in there. And once again, come in with the shading so that you know what you're drawing. And it starts to look right to you. And you get the idea of an open mouth. And this is going to tell you where to finish off this part of his face. So go around his mouth, come down, because he has a chin, and then do little wiggly lines. And his are more random in the movie and stuff like that, like little fishy things. But since we're doing a cartoon version, we kind of keep it similar. Because if you get too fancy in a cartoon picture, then you're adding realism back in, and it's not going to look as cute anymore. So right here from the side of his mouth, we're going to do a circle that's going to end up right about where his eyeball is. So it's a half circle because his head is hiding it, like that. And same thing, we're going to put a circle inside the circle for his pupil. And we want to do a little circle in there, very close to the line. I'm going to zoom in on that. Doesn't make any sense until you color it. Oops, where'd it go? There it is. Okay? And now when you go in with the shading and you color everything but that little circle, you will get the same effect you have on this side for his pupil. See? And now it makes sense. Probably should go this darker, but yeah. Again, 2.5, not optimal for shading. Not the shading tool of choice. All right, all we need to do to finish off Ackbar is do his neck and stuff. And let's do that while we're here. Give him some random, maybe ovalish shapes. And this is for the scales on his skin, okay? We don't want to draw all this detail in. He has more of a random blotchiness. Might be his skin color, could be scales. You'd have to be a real Star Wars nerd to know it. And then right from his little chin here, before the little tendrils started, come down, go across. He's got a pudgy neck. So when you come up, stop before you get to the eyeball and do a little crescent. And then you get the idea there's a fold in his neck right there. Because he's a pudgy whatever he is. I don't know what he is. Star Wars nerds would know. And now, you see this eyelid that's around here? We want to show that it's on this side too. But most of it would be hidden. So it's just two little bumps above and below that eye, which are the same round thing that we drew around the eye here, but seen from the side.
What'd you do?
Two little bumps, little half circles, quarter circles. Oh, I like yours.
Do you?
Yeah, very nice. Okay, now he has. So from his neck, we're gonna give him his uniform. So what you do is just draw a little bit rounded
Why am I crooked?
and down. Yeah, he's off to the side. Maybe
my head
because
is crooked.
you're trying to draw it from here. Are you drawing from here?
No, I'm trying to draw from there, but I'm on an angle, so
Gotcha.
my
So am I. I'm gonna move up a
yeah,
bit
but
so you
you're
guys can
straight.
see it.
I don't know how to get him straight, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Then from his neck, go down and up. We didn't close this line out because we're gonna keep it simple to draw, okay? And then from this side of his neck, same thing, parallel. Just let it end out. Don't join them together. From here, you go out and you draw down. Just and then again, taper it off. This is about simplicity in a cartoon style. You could draw folds and wrinkles and start inking it like, you know, a 90s comic artist, or you can go simple. From that, right from the middle of that, you're coming down with the rest of his uniform and cut in. Okay? Now, this is one interesting thing about his little outfit. He's an admiral, and yet he's got like this tool pouch on. I was like, why does an admiral need this many pouches? I don't know. Maybe he's got like scallops in there or something that he likes to eat. So we're going to draw a series of rectangles going across. We're going to put a little space in between them. And we don't want them to be square rectangles. They're not sharp, angled metal boxes. These are pouches. So make them. In other words, let them round out a little bit. Don't go sharp when you get to the corner and go all the way across. Okay, do like 4 of them. And then in each one, do a little V shape to show that it's a pouch. See how hard it is to draw a pouch? And now there's a belt connecting them all. So in between, draw a little set of 2 lines that connect them all. All right, we'll finish it out when we get to the sun. Now, just so you're getting a placement of his body and everything like that, let's just finish it out. It's more of like a tunic. So come down with a line, same angle as we're going with the pouches here, and then stop when you get to the last pouch and go up and right back down to give a little V to show it's a tunic. Let's do the signature arm right on this side here so we can get used to doing some arms here. So go out with the arm, that's his shoulder, coming out of his tunic thing. Then go down, that's his upper arm. Then come down his tunic here to start his elbow. And go out, go up, and don't get too tight in here with the lines. Give yourself some wiggles and some jaggedness, and then you get the idea that there's fabric bunching up. And if you want to get fancy, you can make the fabric bunch up. From his sleeve, which is kind of rolled up because he's got big lobster-looking hands. It's the only way I can describe it. I don't know. I should probably know more about Star Wars. So go out from his sleeve and go up and make his fingers very bulky. Okay? 2, 3, getting a little bit smaller as you go up because they're behind. And this won't make sense until we put his index finger in.
This one's supposed to have fat fingers.
Uh-huh. Fat fingers are required. I don't know how to describe this, child. It's a sausage. You don't draw it exactly. If you draw it squared out, it's okay. People know what it is. As soon as you put the thumb in, which is one more square there. And then that's him holding up his finger. Like that's his fist, and that's him holding up his finger. And on a human, the hand would be a little bit more obvious, but he has these wide hands. So come out and go down like that. And then connect his thumb. And so you know this is not some weird glove or gauntlet or something, put some of those random spots that were like on his head. Just a couple. And then you'll know that's the same skin tone as his head. From this side, just a little bit of tunic. Curve it down towards the pouches. Okay. Draw a shoulder. And here again, nice and loose, create fabric folds. Watch. Swoop down. That's fabric. That's fabric. Now here's where his sleeve starts. So let's bunch it up there. All right. And then if you want, you can add some little folds to his sleeve on that side. And then connect his tunic. All right. I don't have to get fancy. And you know that it's a sleeve that's bunching up.
You're good.
All right. Now, we have to do one of these hands from here. But this one's just going to be down on the side. So, out a little bit, down. Okay, and let's draw his fingers on this one. Okay, again, squarish, like that. See? Move that up where you can see it. His long hands. That comes up, and he gets a thumb. I don't know how to describe a thumb, so I'm just going to show it to you. And it looks like a big work glove, like almost like a welder's work glove is what it really looks like, you know, with the long cuff on it. And again, random shapes to show that's his skin. Now you can close off his tunic right into his hand, which is against the side of his body. Okay. And then Admiral Ackbar's pants, very simple. From his tunic, a little bit in, go down, go out a little bit for a cuff, and now you're going to swoop down towards the middle, to about the middle of his body. Here you're going to do some folds again. Get nice and loose with the lines, and right up to the tunic, because the tunic hangs down low, so you don't have to draw the middle of his pants like we do sometimes. Same thing on this side. Go down, give me a fold there, then go up and around. You hear beeping. I don't know what that beeping is. Go up for the cuff of his pants and over, and do that leg up to his hand there. So from here, for a shoe, do a half circle, cut all the way across to his pants leg, okay? And then do a parallel line beneath it like that for the sole of his shoe. It's not a very sophisticated shoe, but this isn't a very sophisticated drawing. We're not like drawing a fancy Admiral Ackbar. We're conveying the look of him. Draw it down, swoop all the way out and up, Parallel line again, like that. And then a half circle up to his pants leg. And you got Admiral Ackbar shoes. Now, there's only one other thing that makes... There's one thing that makes him Admiral Ackbar, and that's his insignia. So, he's got to have a little rebel insignia on there. So just do a little rectangle, put a line through it. One's red, one's blue. Put another bar under it, because he's got lots of little insignia on there for all these different campaigns or whatever it's supposed to mean. I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars. And give him 3 on that one. And then he gets a word balloon. So the word balloon should point towards his mouth, so you know it's him talking. And it's basically just 2 crescents. And for fancy cartoons, you go out, you go up, you go over, and you come down. And the word balloon goes behind his head in fancy cartoons. Now, what you're supposed to write in here is, "It's a trap." Because that's, of course, his most famous line from the movie. But you write almost anything you want. You could write, "May the 4th be with you," which would be cute. You could write...
That's crooked, but other than that, I like it. I don't have room for a bubble.
The classic line is, "It's a trap." Let's see.
Oh, so I need to do this.
So what we're going to do is, don't go into Louis Torres. And you got to put an apostrophe afterwards.
Top is way off.
Way off. Don't go into Louis Torres Hyundai. It's, and then in big letters, a trap.
Well, just don't go in the backyard. It's a trap.
And that's in case you need to spell Louis Torres Hyundai. And there is Admiral Ackbar. I like this Admiral Ackbar a lot, actually.
Mine's crooked off the page, but it was cute.
Yeah, but we just got to hold the page at an angle.
And then you
then
can't
he's
tell.
straight. There's Kerry's Admiral Ackbar. I think I love his googly eyes. It reminds me of Owens from Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it was fun. I like them.
I'm going to
was
hold
cute.
it up. Wait, I'm going to hold it up. Happy May the 4th, which is, you know, it's not that. It's just we're not going to get it in before May the 4th. Okay. This is the spot where you take a picture if you want a reference image.
Thank you so much for drawing and watching with us. Please like, comment, and share if you had fun.